She got hit by that car, Grandma. You didn't remember that story?
I don't know.
Getting off the streetcar and then a car hit her and dragged her up the street.
G?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember
Broke
that.
her skull. That's why she can't hear. Broke her arm. They didn't even. Yeah, when she. How old were you, Grandma?
10 years old.
They thought she was gonna die. They put her in the hospital and they didn't even set her arm or anything.
I was there for 5 weeks.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
You didn't know that.
We were on the street. My mother was coming home from the hospital to see my Uncle Sam. He got hurt in the mind. He had both legs broken. And he had me, Peony, and Arlena, the three of us. While those two little farts, instead of getting off on the side where Scalapios lived, and they got off where Dominic...
they got off on the wrong side of the streetcar.
Wrong side of the door. They didn't go... And the conductor didn't get out anyway. They were supposed to get
like
out
he's supposed to
and help us going down the steps. Well, I went to the right way where we were supposed to go out. My mother followed those two little farts. They got off on the wrong side of the streetcar, and the conductor hadn't gotten out. Well, that chauffeur of Roland's,
the Roland's
car,
Glass Factory,
he didn't stop, and he drugged me all the way up to Granite's. From there to
Can you
up
believe
there 50
that?
feet.
Oh my gosh.
And that chauffeur didn't even want us to take me to the hospital. Patsy Laurie was out there. He said, listen, you take this girl to the hospital.
Can you believe
He
that?
picked me up and he's got in his car. He said, take her to the hospital. He didn't even want to take me to the hospital. So I was in the hospital 5 weeks.
Was Mrs. Rowland in the car with him?
No.
Oh.
Just by himself.
By himself.
And he didn't stop. He was supposed to stop.
Yeah.
They decided just to stop.
Yeah.
And they took me to the hospital. I was there for 5 weeks. I had nurses around the clock. But my father didn't work for 5 weeks. Took off from the B&O.
I don't know how they survived.
He he watched the kids. And at night, you know, and my mother stayed with me in the daytime. Even if I had 2 nurses, 8 hours a day, night and day.
Yeah.
My mother sat in a rocking chair. They didn't have beds in. She said she had callus on her rear end.
Wow.
For 5 weeks, and Pa would take care of the kids, take Loy and Peony and
How'd they get money for those 5 weeks if he didn't work, I wonder?
Well, he didn't. I don't know anything about that, Sheila. What
yeah,
happened.
how they...
If he, but he took 5 weeks off, honey.
Didn't he give up meat, too, for a whole year?
He promised God. He said, if you let her live, God, he said, I won't eat meat for a year. And he said he licked the steps, too, Sheila.
Lick the steps?
Coming up.
Oh, my God. What steps?
In the hospital. Where
Oh,
he was
my
coming up
God.
to see me.
Was that some kind of penance or something?
He didn't eat meat for 1 year.
I never heard about the licking the steps part.
Wait, what? He licked the steps going up to the hospital?
They're coming up to my room.
Did they think he was crazy?
Well, I don't know.
Can you imagine? Oh.
I don't know what they do.
Oh, God.
Sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
And then
I've never heard that in my life.
Never ate meat for 1 year.
I could go without meat for a year, but I don't think
Not
I
me.
could. I don't think I could lick the steps.
I don't think I could give up meat for a year.
Oh, he did.
Oh,
But,
God.
my father would go, let my mother go home in the daytime to fix food for the kids.
Wow.
Threw the kids home. And then he slept. None stayed at night.
Yeah. Wow.
With me, with the nurses. She didn't have to, but she did.
So after 11 days?
11 days I turned to the worst. I don't know what happened to me, but he was giving me my last confession.
Oh, my God.
I hadn't had Holy Communion yet, and I was 10 years old. Sheila.
So he was...
I can see.
So they thought you were going to die, maybe.
Yeah, they thought they was giving me the last rites.
Wow.
But then they took my doll baby home. She took my clothes home. Because they knew I was going to die.
Oh, my
Oh,
gosh.
my God.
Dr. Wilson, he was a bone doctor, see. He was Uncle Sam's doctor. He broke both legs. He was downstairs on the first floor.
Your Uncle Sam was downstairs and you were upstairs.
That's the father that boy calls me.
Oh.
Frankie calls calls me from
Oh, yeah, from Michigan.
Michigan. He had both legs
That was his dad.
broken. That was his dad.
Oh.
And that's where Nunny was coming from the hospital with all three of us.
Oh, so you had gone out to visit him, and you were
Yeah.
going home, and that's when you got hit by the car, and then you ended up back in the hospital.
Yeah.
Where did
Wow.